couple 5-0s of this deck yesterday. I don't really understand it. Like, I think these cards are very powerful, but I don't understand why I want to use these. I guess this allows me to haste these and later put the counters on them, or just double as a removal spell. But on a personal level, I don't know if that makes up for the mana. But, I've obviously tested this deck absolutely none, and I'm sure VCLA or VTCLA has played some games with it, so I'm probably just wrong. But yeah, it doesn't. I don't really understand why I'm taking the time to splash here. You probably need the black cards in the sideboard to be able to beat any Nexus style deck, but those have seemed non-existent. Maybe that's what we might play that tomorrow. Might play a Nexusy thing because it doesn't feel like they should be non-existent. It feels like they should be rather powerful. Oh, JK, JK, non-existent. Well, this is probably not going to go well for us game one. Oh yeah, definitely not going to go well for us game one. Goodbye, my friend. There's just no way this thing deals any damage at all. Oh, we don't have anything else to play. We've fallen quite far behind now. It'd be perfect if they just ferried and bounced this, but that doesn't seem likely. Oh, really? Is that going to just stay there? It's a weird bug. We did it, fam. We've resolved another threat that's not likely to do much. Now, I'd rather them counter this than have that. Hey, JJ, what's up? I attack you. Excuse me. I guess I need to try to save my thing. That doesn't seem particularly good for us, does it? So that's another effective 10 life they really have? At least that's instant. It's so instant that I don't care, and I'm going to try to spectacle this. Because the other cards in our hand do nothing. Hey Dumbo, what's up? I saw you playing golf earlier, but I was on uh, my mobile, so I didn't really get to chat any. I guess I just want to use this. Maybe I don't want to use this. I kind of would rather get this card back later. I guess we're just going to pass. Is it bad that I want to shock this? It's, I choose you and I guess Lannery. I honestly haven't even looked at those numbers. Gotta be honest, I've not even looked at the numbers, Dumbo. They're generally pretty sparse in the first couple of days, though, because people don't want to spend the price for the overpowered or the over costed cards. Yeah, there's only 103 people in it right now. Not very many, but like I said, it's super early. Alright, well, I guess I'm just casting you as a loot effect. How big are the other leagues now that you mention it? Legacy has double standard? Wow, that's impressive. Not really, not yet. Still just brewing around. Is there a 4 angel deck? What was that, an explosion? I'm gonna just concede. This game's been over for quite some time, so we're just gonna get it out of the way. Mono Red Burn's pretty good. Mono Red Burn's definitely a pretty good deck. I feel like I could bring the full 15 in. I'm not sold on Legion's War Boss versus his build of the deck, but it's probably better than something that's in our deck. Like, we know we could care less about the shocks, could care less about the statuses. Probably shave some lava coils, but not all of them. Chain Whirler's typically pretty bad in these matches. If we're cutting Chain Whirler, we can cut one mountain. Kinda not sure what else to bring in. Guess the Runaway Steamkins probably don't do anything here. I think the Flash Angel's pretty good. Like, I certainly don't hate the Flash Angel. I want to keep these, actually. Alright, conversion board. What can we do? I'm playing a, not necessarily a burn, but I'm playing a mono red deck today in the Win GG event. Oh yeah, I had one in my Seal deck last night. It was pretty fun for me. Sorry about your luck, opponents. Don't have anything to try to resolve, so I don't think I need to duress this early. I'll probably duress on 4. Oh god, so many good cards. I think I'm just going to take this and try to bleed through the rest of that stuff. Kind of sucks that they are things that we can't finality back from. I was saving Duress to try to get a counterspell on a turn that I was going to resolve something. Like, just casting Duress when you're not going to play a spell doesn't really help a lot. But I'm not sure that I can beat the cards we see. We definitely drew the wrong half of our deck. There's not enough Duresses to try to... Well, that sucks. Could have waited for 6 mana, but we had 2 Hellcats, is why I didn't. Kill that while we can, because we might not get a chance to later. Did they just play? I didn't see. Sure. I guess I'm going to play this one then. Because if they kill it, we get to try to finality back our 2 friends. Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying. We kind of like drew the wrong half of our deck. I think this is probably a pretty bad match in general. And our draw certainly didn't help it. Well, this is kind of a cool draw. So let's remove those. So they have double seal away. We're just going to take the settle then. I've been getting, what rank are you, ATL? Because I've been mostly getting red deck mirrors. Do I have an update on red? I guess that depends on what your definition of an update is, but... Mono red's still viable. Like, Chain Whirler's a big game. Hey, Singe, what's up? Black Green Stompy. You're going to have to hit us with that list. I didn't attack with this because we know that he has double seal away in his hand. So it just seems better to leave it as a pinging option. Oh, you're just doing the best of 3 events? Fair enough. I've been getting paired versus mostly red mirrors in diamond. Well, I stopped playing red, but... So they got rid of one of the seal aways. That means they only have 1 seal away. I think I'm just going to slam this. Attack with these 4. I gotta be completely honest, I didn't notice that we drew this. I didn't notice that we drew that at all. That's kind of embarrassing. So this is a giant explosion. I don't know if we can beat that. It's too many cards. And we know they're playing at least 3 of the new Angel in their deck. Oops. You know, they have at least 1 seal away. Guess I'm not attacking, so might as well just pass. They've drawn basically every card in their deck. We've now saw a Teferian medium game and what I would call now a fairly long game. Need to draw a treasure map or something. I would say it was cool that we got two cards out of their hand, but they have infinite cards in their hand still. They still have another chemist. Wow, they have three chemisters still. Red Rover, send us on over a duress. Don't really want that. JK, I guess I did want that. I'm going to assume this isn't going to respond or resolve. JK. Are they gonna counterspell this? That would be weird, wouldn't it? Okay. You get counters. They're probably gonna wipe the board. That's a Teferi. Let's start with the Hellcat. Maybe they'll counterspell it. They have no interest in counterspelling it. Stuff for days. They're down to 15 cards. They're getting really close to the point to where they're just going to be able to explosion us out, though. And we're not really doing anything to stop that narrative. Feels like they could have a fight with fire explosion just very, very easily. We're basically getting to see their whole deck, though. If we're going to game 3, I'd be excited about that. We're not going to game 3. No, don't play that. We can technically kill that with this. Never mind, they've got the answer for this. JK. Well, my lava coil doesn't really do anything. That does less. Oh, yep. We're what we refer to as dead o'clock. We're only 24 cards behind our opponent, though, so that's a thing. I wonder what I'm supposed to take here. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. We can just take you, kill you, and force him to answer you. Seems like the best possible. Many times have we played a dragon this game and it not mattered? If there was some miracle way that said that he couldn't kill our thing, feels actual impossible, but I done the last damage on his turn just in case it was a blink of the eye or something ridiculous, but we need another duress. We need it promptly. Because of angels and Elira, I don't think I can cast the Phoenix or anything here. I would like to say we're working the problem and getting somewhere, but it feels like we're just still dead. It feels like we're just still very, very dead. How did we win this game? I guess they sideboarded out outer kill conditions. We won this game. We won a game where they drew 55 cards. They were one mana away from being able to kill us with an explosion as well, so I'm going to assume they only have 2 explosions in right now? That was wild. Alright, do I want to change anything from the play to the draw sideboard wise? I definitely think I want to get rid of the lava coils, especially if they're not playing the one angel. So I can bring that back in fairly safely. The problem is I don't really feel like I want any of these other cards. I just like actively don't want any of these cards, right? Put the 26 land in, but that doesn't feel like that does anything. Uh, 26 land go. We do have finalities that can kill those angels if, like, we don't have anything. Oh, wow, this hand's pretty lit. I mean, don't have a duress, but it's got everything I would want that's not a duress in it. Stop on my turn. Because now that we've drawn to duress, we're not just going to run out of war boss. I would have probably ran out of war boss prior to that. Actually, I'm going to put that one on the bottom. I'm going to want another land for next turn, so. I really want to land this turn, so maybe I'm just going to draw, but probably not. I'm glad we chose that. We hit our land too. It's kind of interesting. There's a good chance whatever I play here dies, so. Star of Extinction. They brought back the angels. And our hand is very bad to angels. Think I'm going to take the lava coil then? Maybe I should take the Star of Extinction. If I take the Star of Extinction, when we get to 9 mana, we've got chances of really blowing them out, but it's a lot of damn mana. If I take the lava coil, just none of this stuff really deals with the Dawnbringer. That's the problem. None of this stuff really deals with Dawnbringer. Um, it's mainly because you just durdle around and you need extra cards. Like for example, they've already drawn 2 extra cards. They're going to draw, a minimum of a bunch more whenever they want. It's just to make sure that in the middle of the games you're still doing things. Alright, I think I'm going to keep that one. And it's mostly because I'm going to take the Star of Extinction now. They drew a lava coil, so we're not going to cast the Phoenix just into the lava coil. If they just played a Lyra here, we're going to go and really, really just hope we draw our land and can kill both of their things. So we're really looking for a land here with all of our might. One time land. Yay! 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this kind of sucks that we're giving up all of these resources, but we are killing 2 of their better angels. And we're super far behind, so we needed to do something. Oh, they drew another angel? Or did they draw a Teferi? They drew another angel. That's a bit of a dagger. We don't actually have a good play versus another angel. All of our stuff's like pretty bad versus another angel. I guess we're just going to start with this one. And we're going to hope that we find one of our statuses. Probably kill this. I'm really hoping they use the lava coil. They didn't. That was unfortunate. Still going to go ahead and play this turn. Forces them to use the lava coil. And then we're going to have a 1-turn window maximum to kill this. If they drew a counterspell, we're dead on board. Alright, well, they didn't draw a counterspell, so we have 1 turn to draw like a Rekindling Phoenix or something. This applies. This is or something. So they don't really have anything we can get here. We're definitely going to take this. Getting back Lannery doesn't do anything, so I guess we're gonna... Oh, we're just dead. We don't have enough mana to cast this. Alright, well, we got crushed. Them drawing the second Lyra was pretty bad. We don't really have a lot of answers for it in our deck. We only have 2. Well, we have 4. Could have won that game potentially had we drawn a Eldest Reborn. 2 in the main deck, 2 in the side. I might have sequenced that stuff poorly. Well, no. I tried to get them to use the lava coil. What I could have done wrong was maybe I should have just resolved the Legion's War Boss. But they drew the Deafening Clarion, so that wouldn't have mattered. But it might have been right just to play the War Boss on the turn before and hope that they used the lava coil on one of the 2 and that our Phoenix could survive. But, like I said, they drew the Clarion, so it didn't matter at all. But it may have been improper sequencing. I have 26 people watching me get crushed. I thought that game was looking great when we did that star play, but we just lost pretty hard. But yeah, the treasure map's just a way for your red deck to draw cards in games that you don't think will end very quickly. And no, my mic just broke, or headset just broke again. What the hell? Hold on, everybody. I'm gonna mute it while I try to fix it. Yeah, screw it. I'm just gonna hold it for the rest of the stream. We'll work on fixing it later. Alright, this hand's fine. We're gonna need another land, but it's fine. Could have sideboarded wrong too. Maybe I'm not supposed to get rid of the Steamkins and stuff. That's not the land that we always wanted. This is a 25 land deck, so I think it's pretty safe to keep 2 lands on the play. Sometimes you don't get there. At least we can't be shocked. Small victories, right? Land? Land? Land. Get on out of here, Gutter Bonarino. We did it. We hit a land. We also have the cool first strike Death Touch. Spawn of Mayhem. Huh. It's kind of an interesting turn. Probably just going to put everything out there. Huh. I actually need to Google a ruling right now. If a creature deals damage to another creature. Interesting. So... I'm double checking, but I think this works. Yeah, this definitely works. Yeah, that's what I was double checking, Lamb. I wanted to be 100% sure it worked before I did it, and I'm pretty sure it does. And now that I've Googled it, now I know it does. The other alternative line we could make, we could play the Phoenix, remove the counters, play the Chain Whirler as well. But I think I just like casting the Chain Whirler and killing his 2 things. We could also just play the Phoenix and save the Chain Whirler and the Death Touch for a later turn. However, I think that's worse because if they have an instant speed removal, it would blow it out. Can use black on this, right? Spawn of mayhem. Okay, well, our opponent had enough of our cuteness. That's kind of funny. Our opponent's just like, no, no, screw you, I'm done. We were def touching our opponent though, so I apologize if you guys can't hear me. Like I said, my headset broke and I'm struggling here. Alright, I'll hold it back up here. Maybe it'll work now. I'm literally holding the broke side in one hand. We have nothing to sideboard in this match. Now, I was double checking it, Dumbo, but I was 90% sure it worked like that because back in the day, you'd put like a basilisk collar on like a cunning spark mage or something like that and mow things down. But they changed so many rules and stuff, and that comes up so infrequently that I just wanted to double check. It's better safe than sorry. Yeah, Spawn of Mayhem is ridiculous. The card is so very good. And the cool thing about Spawn of Mayhem is any deck that you're playing Spawn of Mayhem is a deck you can play Theater of Horror. And Theater of Horror might be my favorite card in the set. Not saying it's the best card in the set. I think it's way too early to tell what the best card in the set is. But I'm just saying, like, objectively, based on what I find fun, it may be my favorite card in the set. I'm not trying to say it's the best card or anything. When I make comments like that, people try to pigeonhole me into saying, you said this card was the best. I'm like, no, I said this card was my favorite. There's a difference. Big difference in the two statements. We have another runaway Steamkin. He didn't kill our last runaway Steamkin. That's always a good feeling. I keep saying he when it's really they. I need to stop saying that. It's really hard to change after like 30 years to recorrect your words and stuff like that, though, you know? It's like super hard to change that stuff. I am trying to get better at it, but willing to take another 2 damage, which is probably a mistake because of spawn. But we have double shock, so if it's spawn, we're not happy, but we're okay. I'm hoping it's just Judith. Looks like it's probably spawn. Yeah, Judith is another one of those extremely powerful and extremely fun cards. I think I'll play defense now. I don't know. There's no real reason to play defense. I'm never blocking, so. And I'm never blocking because next turn we can Chain Whirler into the Reveler, assuming that our hand's like kind of medium. So there's no reason to ever risk like letting the runaway die to a shock. And if they had Judith, we couldn't have blocked anyway. We got and a theater. I kind of just don't want to play that. Just gonna play this. I'm gonna save the lava coil for another mayhem because I can't beat another mayhem, but I can beat a fireblade artist. Uh, that sucks. If they have a way to trigger it anyway. The cool thing about theater is most of these cards you only get to play until end of turn. With theater, you get to use these for as long as theater's in play. Anytime you get spectacle, you get it. So that's the really sweet thing about this card. Like light up the stage, you've got a turn and a half or whatever, but this card, in 3 turns, if theater's here and he gets to trigger this, he gets the advantage. I'm in a pretty poor shape at the moment. Ooh, that's a fun card. I'll put a blocker down just because he has several haste threats. Experimental Frenzy, but they're not going to have enough mana to trigger it probably this turn at least. Well, to trigger and play it, rather. Ah. I think if I get a land, I'm supposed to 5/5 the dragon. It's a pretty easy block. Yeah, theater it's kind of got like its own flood prevention in it. Like Experimental Frenzy, you can sometimes just draw a bunch of lands and lose, but if you're just drawing a bunch of lands with theater, you're still hitting them for 1 or 2 damage a game. Or if it's like the Jeskai match that we played in round 1, like we could have been hitting them for 3 a turn, which is pretty ridiculous. Wonder if they're going to go with the Frenzy or whether they're going to play the Fireblade and the Conquistador. I'm going to assume the Frenzy since the Hellcat kind of blanks the other two. The art on this card's badass as well. I bet this card looks gorgeous foiled. I wouldn't mind to have this on a playmat. Down to 5 life. Like, we're getting dangerously close to dead. Your list was definitely cool. I had to log off. I only got to watch the first league. How'd you do in the rest of the league? I know or the rest of the stream. I know that you said you were going to stream for a while, but I only got to watch the one league. Oh, holding this headset sucks because like the plastic's kind of broken in a manner that it's scratching me. I bought a new headset the other day. I'm just too lazy to plug it up in the middle of a stream. The Hellcat can win the game in 2 turns from here, so they have to be careful. Hey, Infern. Welcome to the chat. Funny thing about Experimental Frenzy, 3 weeks ago, I was playing with this card in paper for the first time ever, and all my copies are Russian, and I didn't realize it, but I was revealing it. Like I kept revealing the top card and just letting my opponents look at it. Which is a wee bit BM, I think, but how did the burn matchup work for you? I'm playing hey Donkey, what's up? I'm playing a red deck wins that's a you know. Okay, yeah. Apparently, I had muted it by accident. Depend on what they draw here. I don't like how Moto does this. These two Fireblade artists have been removed from the game with these two lava coils, so these aren't under the Theater of Horrors, yet it looks like they are. So we don't have to worry about these artists, even though the artists look scary in this spot. Um, no, not really. It was actively wrong for me to use the lava coil. I should have, I should have used the Hellcat and held the lava coil in case they drew a Spawn of Mayhem. But they were hellbent, so they were still dead even if they drew a Spawn of Mayhem. But it was a wrong play. It was a very wrong play. I should have held the lava coil. It was a large mistake. Well, it was a mistake. It was definitely a mistake. Because if there was a way that they got to chain together a couple of blockers on the following turn, say they, I don't know, say they somehow got two blockers and a bed devil off or something like that, then having the extra mana for or having the lava coil in my hand could have mattered. I guess they only needed one blocker and a bed devil, but I don't know how they do all of that. I guess there's some chance they could have had a Goblin Chain Whirler. That's a blocker. But yeah, no. Wasting the lava coil was wrong. Thinking about getting up and changing my headset. I'm afraid I'm going to have to mess with the volume, though. Yeah, I'll be right back. I'm going to change the headset out. Can you guys hear now? Can you all hear now? I think so. My OBS is showing that there's volume. But I'll let the chat tell me if the volume's worse or not. Chat's not saying anything, so I'm rather scared. Sounds okay? Sweet. I really don't want to waste a lava coil on that. Also don't want my runaway steamkin to die for free. They have the black splash too. They also have a steamkin. And now I feel quite foolish. Well, as foolish as a man can be that's playing a turn 4 dragon, but... I have no idea. It came from... I got it from VTCLA. He got 2 5-0s with it last night. Let me click the right button here. Yeah, VTCLA. I don't know where he got it from. I know he follows the game podcast, so he could have got it from their Discord, but he got multiple 5-0s with it, so that he's where I got it. I've only played 2 matches with it so far. It's perplexing to me as the cards don't seem like they work well together, but so far it seemed fairly powerful. Kind of confused on what to do this turn. We can play a Hellcat, but the Hellcat doesn't really block, and they have a lot of damage on the table. I think we lose most of those races. We could also... statue this, attack, sack 2 treasures, and play this, but I don't know if that's good enough either. I think that's the play I'm going to go with, though. It adds to the board while preventing damage. Problem is, I'm kind of more afraid of the experimental frenzy than I am the other things. Or sorry, afraid of the runaway steamkin into an experimental frenzy. Might not have been right. Maybe I was supposed to just ignore the firebrand. They were stuck on 1 land when we made the firebrand play, though, and I was a little bit worried about light up the stage. Oh, that's pretty sweet. We're really far behind. Yeah, allowing this to survive seems like it was just a huge error. Oh, I was too focused on my own runaway steamkin, and I threw a lava coil away for no reason, and I think that cost me the game. Because based on the other cards they played, I think we would have been in pretty good shape now had we just dealt with the Steamkin instead of the Firebrand. Oh, they're going to my dome. That's scary. Yeah. GG. Another match that I really don't think I have sideboard cards for. I guess you could argue that I could bring in Duresses here, but I feel like this card's pretty bad here. But I don't even know if that seems like it's very good. I think the -4/-4 matters a lot. I think I'm still in for a removal spell that can be a combat trick. Lanneries don't seem great here. Revels don't seem great here. I don't want to overload on Duresses either, though, because I think they play from the top of their deck too much. Hey, Z-Canner, thank you for the follow. Sorry that I'm not cool and I don't have alerts. I'm not smart enough. I think I punted that game pretty hard. A couple removal spells. And we have a Rekilling Phoenix, which is probably our best card in the match. However, don't mind to use a shock on that, so at least we have that going for us. I'd actually rather shock it now than later as well, because I don't want him to just like untap, sack it, and get a light up the stage or something going on. Playing Blood Crypt on 2 instead of Stomping Ground was a mistake as well. I'm full of mistakes. I make them all. All your mistakes belong to me. Ended up not mattering, but it's still a mistake. To discard 2 cards? The back half of Carnival is sweet, by the way. Reveler's not been great. We don't have a whole lot of ways to get the Spectacle, but it being a looter that can block early's been okay and not great. I mean, it's not been right home great, but it's been okay. This is the first time I'm going to Spectacle with it. So, it's kind of funny, as soon as you say that, it's the best that it's been. But our opponent's like pretty clearly flooding or something here. Oh, I shouldn't have played that land. That land was stupid. Now if they draw another one of these, I lose Lannery. I'm making a lot of silly mistakes right now. A lot of silly mistakes. What do you do? I can make them discard their last card. I can just kill this. I think I'm going to go with just killing that. Never mind. Oh. I think the Duresses are less good on the play. I feel like I'm playing from behind a lot more. Just don't think I have time really to play these cards on the draw. I don't think these are particularly good either. I don't really want this. Maybe I just play a war boss and give them something to kill. I guess it blocks. So bad in this match though. Like it's like not good in this match at all. Um, we lost to Jessica match. It was a pretty good game. It was a pretty good match. Game 3, they played 3 angels and we could only deal with 2, and the third one just crushed us. But I feel like we're probably not favored versus the deep control decks, and he was a super deep version. He had at least 3 of the new Mythic Angel in his deck, and that was pretty difficult to beat. The absorbs were giving him lifelink. They had a bunch of like lava coils and Shivan fires and stuff in their main deck too, which isn't super traditional. Like you don't see a lot of Shivan fires. You don't see a lot of lava coils. I'm just going to leave the dresses. I don't like any of these cards. Maybe an early duress saves a creature or something. Just don't know if we can keep a 0 removal hand. Seems like it's too slow. Guess we should have kept the 7. We're about to start 0-2, it looks like. It's going to be very hard to win from here. We draw running lands like Rekindling Phoenix isn't the easiest thing for them to deal with. It was not running lands. That's fair. The Steamkins have not been impressive at all. Steamkins have felt very, very medium. I'm going to play this one so we can guarantee that we can play the Phoenix next turn. They have 6 spells in their hand still. Hopefully they use one on this. Nah, so they used a lava coil. Maybe they won't have another. Let's find out if they have another, I guess. Oh god, their hand is brutal if they find that land. Well, on a positive note, we're ahead on the board. I like how I made quotation marks that you guys can't see. Easy block. Nope. I think I still attack. I'm trading 4 damage for 2 here. Unless they draw a removal spell. But I don't think we beat their hand if we don't get the game over with. This is the primary reasoning in making that play. Need to see a non-land spell here. Well, we know the last 2 cards in their hand. So a Hellcat wins the game. So I guess we're hoping to see a Hellcat. Ooh, light up the stage is a nice one. Oh, they hit a lava coil. And they get to play that? That was sick. Alright, well, we're back into needing a lot of help. And this land's not that help. Well, we could sure use a finality now. Too bad I sideboarded them out. Without a finality, I don't think we have an out at all. And we probably didn't have an out even with one. Alright, GG. Think we could have won this match if I played game 1 differently. I'm pretty happy with my decisions in that game 3, though. Well, this just is not going very well. Hey, Jason Solo, thank you for the follow. Yeah, this card's definitely been the worst card in the deck. And I got trapped by it game 1. Like, I made plays to try to force it. And got punished pretty severely. The Daredevil's actually not been very bad. I've not minded having the Daredevil. It's an easy keep. Well, it's different. I'm going to go ahead and shock it because I don't want them just to be able to get a free activation off light up the stage if they kept on one lander or something. I guess I should take my draw step. Kind of sucks if we miss because now we're not playing a 2-drop, but I wouldn't have played this 2-drop anyway. Tilt. Now I don't know what to do. Have the ability to cast a Chain Whirler and hope they don't have a shock, or just play a Lava Coil. Tanner, yeah, we did that in round 2, game 1. Oh, you could have been talking to Richline. ILMUS? Where did I see the word ILMUS? Matchups. ILMUS means matchups. Yeah, I see it. It means matchups. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm just casting the Chain Whirler, but I feel like our hand's great and one of the only ways to lose if this card goes off, but I guess I can always use it next turn. Oh, we got punished pretty hardly. Because I don't think red loses to decks like that. Alright, land time? That's not a land. Alright, I guess we're playing this one then. On a positive note, they can attack and we've got another chance at our land. Our life total's really low though. If they have a removal for this, we're in trouble. I'll happily trade if given the opportunity. Probably have another. the way that turn played out, I would guess. I'm just going to cast this and pray that we can block. We could not block. We don't have an out anymore. These spells just don't do anything. I guess I should have done that. I was really worried about the Chain Whirler just killing me. Tilt. This card's done nothing the whole day. I guess I'm going to do what Strange is telling us to do, but I think Treasure Map versus Aggro decks is pretty bad as well. Like, I actively don't want it. There's 16 black sources and 16 white sources. That doesn't seem like enough for Kai's Wrath. Like, don't you need 18 to 19 mana for Kai's Wrath to be played on curve? Mathematically, isn't that what the Karsten's article says? I think I'm going to get rid of this. I guess I'll just get rid of a mountain. That'll probably come back to bite me, by the way. I think I'm not attacking with either because if they have a lightning strike for the Chain Whirler, then they get to activate Spectacle. I'm still fine trading that off. Punished for my play earlier. I guess I shouldn't have got rid of the mountain. Guess I have to take the 2. Huh, they brought in Treasure Map. Maybe I misevaluate how good Treasure Map is. I have no lava coils in my deck for later today. I did not own them. This match is looking horrendous at the moment. I feel like I'm put in a spot where I'm forced to try to race, and I don't think I'll be able to because they have a treasure map. Let's go keep attacking. Kind of defeated in my mind right now, and I can't think. This is going nowhere fast. If we were on the... If I hadn't missed my land drop and I was attacking a turn earlier, and they were reacting to me instead of us reacting to them, this game might have went a lot better, but that was a play error by me. Not... I'm too afraid not to block now. Prevents at least 5 damage if they have something, or I guess that's not true. They could just have another chain whirler. They definitely have more little creatures than I do, so I find that one odd. Alright, I am dead. Can't block with it. Just have to hope I'm not dead. If I'm not dead, maybe we can draw a removal and keep playing. Maybe. Light up the stage, gave them 4 points of burn, or 3 points of burn, sorry. Which means I'm not getting another turn for sure. Oh, I just wasn't getting another turn either way. Well, 1-3, or 0-3 rather. Oh no, I guess I won a round. I'd forgot that I won a round versus Rakdos, I think. I'm not sure I'd play this deck again. I don't know. The Steamkins seem terrible. But I don't really like Treasure Map either, so... The Revelers weren't great. They were like super medium. And I don't think you can play a match to where you're not doing anything on turn 1 and 2. Feels like I'm just going to be too weak versus any control deck in general. Feels like this deck's going to excel at beating other mid-range decks. And be okay versus the aggro decks. I could have won versus the aggro decks. With better play, I think. But it seems like I'm trying awfully hard to win versus them when I don't know how to fix the control match. I should just delete this deck. This deck was not working out. Get rid of that red deck. Whoops. This deck was pretty fun. Got to cast 2 11-point Crassuses on 1 turn, and that rocked. The deck was fun, though. Don't know what I'd put in the sideboard. Definitely like this card. This card was really, really good. Status and Statue was super good. Fine Finalities were pretty medium. And the Revelers were pretty medium. But I love this card. I want more of this card. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. I have a tournament in about an hour and a half, and I got to go shower and do everything. I have 30 people watching, so I guess I'll see if there's somebody I can host. I'm going to assume if I have 30 people watching, that means that nobody else is playing Standard, but... that's okay. I'll pull up the website and see if I can find somebody. No, there's only 5 people playing Magic Online at all. 131 people playing Arena, though. The rest of them, it looks like, are playing Modern. Well then. Wow, there's only 6 people playing Standard on Arena. Mythic Best of 1 Esper Mang. Okay, that's who I host. They're playing an Esper Control deck. Multiple people in chat are talking about Esper Control. So I'll go ahead and host them. But I gotta hop off here. I may be back later. I'm not actually sure. Take care, everybody, and thanks for coming by.